Good morning. It's Fish, the Beach Bum Investor, back from a surf. I didn't get down to Newcastle last night. I thought I'd gamble, and I thought I'd say, well, you know what? They'll run the men's because it's 6 to 8 foot pumping, and they won't put the women's out tomorrow. And Tanya surfs in a couple of hours. So I won't be there to see her first round live, but no doubt with the PIVX community behind her, she's going to get through her round 2 heat. She was seeded into round 2. And look forward to heading down tonight to watch her surf the rest of the event. Fingers crossed for Tanya. I'll certainly be watching on worldsurfingleague.com for those of you interested. Tanya O'Meara surfing in heat 9, I think. I'll double check that as we go live. Just bringing up the chat now. Crypto Chronicus is in the house early. Fave Game Tay, David Wilkie. Yeah, no, Icon Wilkie. You owe me so many beers, brother. You owe me so many beers. Icon traded as high as $1.20 in futures markets, which puts us at just stupid amounts of growth. Hourglass, what's up, man? Hey, Jace, how are you? Aussie Canuck. ICX hit 120. Yeah, I saw that, bro. My prediction is close, man. It's futures. Don't worry about it. We'll be getting to $2. ICX party, I'm down for it. You guys are all buying me beers because I've only got 1 Ether in it, and you guys have all got a lot more than that. Yeah, Crypto Chronicus, I saw that, dude. The Binance vote, we're a bit behind Vertcoin at the moment. That's cool. We're in second place, strong second, mate. That's where I like to make my moves from. Well, you know, when I'm competing, I like to sit in second and then bam, pounce at the end when the other surfers don't have time to respond. I'm in surf mode. It was pretty good out at D-Bar this morning, like a solid 3 to 4 foot of swell back. And for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to talk about this for a second, we measure waves from the back in Australia. So when we talk about 3 to 4 foot, it's probably 6 to 8 foot for the rest of the world. So nice solid surf out there this morning. And I got a big smile on my face, apart from the fact that I'm going to miss Tanya in her first round. I'm just going to double check on that. She's surfing. It's up to heat 5s in the water at the moment, and she's in heat 9. So she'll be surfing in about 30, I'd say there'll be 20-minute heats actually for the first round. So 20, 40, 60. Yeah, so now in 20 minutes, Tanya will be in the water. So I'll be definitely watching that. Neo Sale Day says, Hourglass, surprise, surprise. Keep shilling that one coin, bro. Hey, I've worked for PIVX and I don't even just talk about PIVX. You'll wine and dine me, Wilkie, and buy me something nice to wear. Well, funny you should mention that, bro, because Crypto Chronicus and I were having a bit of a Discord chat before I came on. I said, dude, I've got to get on and do the show. I've got to find some pants. I found a towel. Couldn't find any pants. So that's where I'm at. Call me the pantsless investor now. Mike T, we measure stuff from the back here too. Oh, you do as well? Cool. Yeah, there's not many, like a few countries measure it by the face and it gets really confusing. I think the Hawaiians might measure it by the face. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember when I was going out with a couple of Canadian people who measure it by the face, and I told them, you know, it'd be 4 foot at D-bar and it's pretty solid. They're going, oh, yeah, pretty solid, sure. They found out what 4 foot D-bar was like that day, I tell you. Mike says that buying into alts, and this is responding to the question I've asked in the title of the video today, and he reckons it's too risky before the fork. I don't know, man. I did it last time and I cleaned up well. Like I positioned myself to get yourself in to those pumps after the snapshot was taken of the block for BTG. You would have to be so quick, man, and moving your BTC into 10 different alts that you've got out of all at the same time for the pump. It's not something I'm capable of. So yeah, I don't know. It's for me, I'd rather position myself early because I feel it's inevitable. I feel the pump's coming for the alts. So I've just picked up what I've been telling you guys I like. I've picked up some Komodo, some ARK, some PIVX. I haven't actually picked up Vertcoin because I sold out of that. I'm just going to wait for further retracements. So that took a 30% hit against BTC though. Joe's saying King BTC. What are you talking about? You're like the biggest altcoin fan in the world. Bitcoin Gold has implemented full two-way Replay protection. Thank you, 21 Million Club, and welcome to the chat, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Jace, it is an altcoin bloodbath, man. I see it as an altcoin opportunity, same as I did last time, altcoin bloodbath, and you guys know I cleaned up on that. So for me, I don't mind getting in. I don't want 2x. I don't care. I don't give a shit about it. So for me, I just look for, like, I've made some good profit on that Bitcoin I was holding, and I still got some more in my trading because I got some trades in and out on the way down as well. So I've got some Bitcoin there spare to trade, and my question is, do I keep holding it on this bull run from Bitcoin, or do I start really pumping into some more? Like, I got some more 10x at $1.50. Yeah, come back to me in a year. Come back to me in a year and say, Fish, you seriously got 10x at $1.50? And I'll say, yes, I did. Same with PIVX, man. It drops so sharply. I've just been stocking up on it. Crypto Chronica says just pick one and go with it as like a way to stay into BTC and then just dump straight back into the altcoin market after the fork. Man, I have to keep an eye on which block we're on. You know me with computers. It's just, I've just got to play with my strengths. My strengths are to try and read the market early and position myself early. For people who are great with computers, they might be able to do that real quick. Mike T said, my worry with the 2x fork is there is at least a small chance that 2x becomes the Bitcoin. That wasn't a risk with BTG. G'day, Rachel. Welcome to the chat. Mike, you're right, man. You are right. There is a slim, slight, small chance. It's an aggressive fork. I don't think anyone's disputing that. If they replay protection, that can only hurt both Bitcoin and 2x. So we'll see what happens, man. I just see the altcoin market with plenty of validity. I always have ever since I got into the market. I've done well on alts, and I see the different value that they're bringing to the economy. So for me, I don't know. I'm stocking up at the moment, I think. I've still got a little bit more BTC to go, so I'm just deciding now. I'm asking you guys to help me with the decision. Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. Joe said the alts could retrace even further when BTC retraces after the fork. Yeah, Rage Vertcoin is free falling at the moment. I saw it down 30% against BTC. People have made good money on it, right? And whenever the rest of your alts start to dip, I've got to tell you, I took buy orders off Vertcoin myself. I thought, no, I don't want to buy back that high because I've already made it good money. So for some of the stuff I traded out of, I took the buy orders off and set them back on the PIVX buy wall, the 10x buy wall, the ARC buy wall, and the Komodo buy wall, because I think they're better value at the moment in terms of historical highs and in terms of where they're at in terms of their development. I think Komodo's brilliant buying at the moment. I think, you get a bonus. If for those of you interested in getting into that Monet's ICO, you do get a bonus if you actually invest with Komodo. So it might be worth stocking up at least a little bit of Komodo on these lows. If you are looking to get into that Monet's ICO, that's what I've done. I know, Hourglass just said bullshit. BitConnector's about to be top 3. I know, bro. Don't want to talk about it. No, I didn't hear what Monaco just did yesterday. Mike T, that'd be great if you could elaborate on that. Sorry, guys, catching up. Lots of chat, lots of people in today. It's an exciting day for the crypto economy. Now there's been a real fear that 10x does the same thing as Monaco and completely screws their token holders. Oh, yeah. Where's that news coming from? 80% of them, the miners are backing 2x. I don't know what BTC will do with 20% speeds. 80% of miners are backing 2x. Where are these figures coming from, Mike T? I'm gonna have to catch up. Been surfing, man. It's kind of come at the worst time for me because I'm right in competitive time. So I've got to surf. I've got to train, which leaves me with less time to keep an eye on the news coming out. I hadn't heard that 80% of miners are backing 2x. That seems excessive. Joe reckons alts will crash harder, first of all, when BTC crashes after the fork, but after that, lots of money will flow into alts, he reckons. Hourglass just said there's another fork in December, WTF. Bob Jack just said being valued at around $1,100 per coin on 2x. Wow. BTC will just deal with it. I'm sure it's not the first time it's been overloaded. He's talking about, you know, if 80% of the miners left, it would be very, very slow. Oh, Mike just said you should give it a like, the stream a like for Fishy. Yes, you should. And you should subscribe and notify and all that sort of garbage that I don't even know how to do. But if you want to join in the chat, it's worthwhile doing. Yeah, I saw EOS just absolutely pumped. That's one that's been really resistant. Up like 50% last time I checked. Bitcoin is booming. I'm going to try and get back down to live. Oh, Dayon's in. G'day, Dayon. Sorry, guys. I've been real. Yeah, Monaco cancelled their asset contract, which was the only thing that gave their token actual value. That's crazy. Yeah, 10x has absolutely dropped off the face of the earth. I still like it long term. Mike, can you just confirm with me on that 10x, like that 10x information that you put in the chat? Is that rumor or is that confirmed? I don't know, man. People like to spread fear when they're about to make a big move, right? I just think that 10x is a really good project long term. If they do, oh yeah, I mean there is a lot relying on the fact that the 10x pay token will provide a residual income, so that would be horrible news for 10x. But I'd like to know what whether that's actually, well, I'll be finding out very soon whether that's, because I'll go and research myself, whether that's just a rumor. 1100 is 2x what BTG was valued at after the fork. YoBit BTG was 600 right after the fork. Yeah, but it was IOUs on BTG. Yes, sir. Futures, exactly. Futures are still relevant. They're certainly relevant and at least giving you an indication of price, because that meant that if it was, you know, that's what people are predicting it will be trading at. That's at least an indication of the market. Okay, thanks, Mike. Mike just clarified, and I want to clarify this for everyone because it is important. Mike just clarified that 10x hopefully will not do that, but Monaco is a very similar company, so I think any 10x holders have been worried, and I think, or has to be worried. Yeah, I think that's a fair enough comment that you're making there, Mike. I personally think that, mate, there's an old rule that when people are fearing, it's time to be greedy. When people are being greedy, it's time to be fearful. For mine, people are being, is it just hit 7,000, has it? Thanks, Eddie, and welcome to the chat. If people are being greedy, it's time to be fearful. And if people are being fearful, it's time to be greedy. People, again, are being fearful of alts, and people are being greedy about Bitcoin. Now, last time this happened, I made good money going into the altcoin market early because I don't have the skill to move Bitcoin back into 10 different coins that have gotten too cheap within a second of the fork happening, like some of you probably do. So I have to make my moves early. You have to work with the skills that you've got. So that's what I was doing. Man, with all this confusion, imagine what BTC would have been without all the fighting. I don't know, man. I think the Crypto Chronicles, it's a funny thing. I think that there's, again, an old saying that any publicity is good publicity. Now, there's no doubt that free money, as it were, with Bitcoin Cash has led to a lot of people being really interested in that side of holding Bitcoin. You know, that's gotten more people into the market, perhaps even. So Hourglass thinks BTC is going to 8,000. Eddie goes down to 6,500. BTC 6,850 on Bittrex. This is after it hits 7. Good. I like the fact that you guys are having a good guess at it. You know, it's good to get some idea of how the rest of the market's feeling. Me personally, I like the old coin market. For some of them, they've just gotten too cheap at the moment. Fundamentally, BTC is going to dip after November 16, says CP Cheats 2003. I'm not sure I've seen you before, man. Welcome to the chat. Hop into alts then. So November 16 is a CP Cheats opinion on that one. It's cool, man. Grinkus says BTC to 10,000. FOMO is strong. Man, FOMO drives this, emotion still drives this market like crazy. This is not smart money in this market yet. It's just not. It's emotion, emotionally driven. That's why I've got a whole lot of alts that are showing in red today, and I'm just going, and I'll stock up more. I'm just, thinking about, that's why I'm, having this stream, get a bit of opinion from you guys. Should I trade my alts now? Should I hold on to BTC a bit longer? So yeah, I'm getting dates of the 16th. I'm getting all sorts of things. So really interesting opinions, and I'll formulate my opinion from a lot of this. 21 Million Club likes Lisk. Oh yeah, man, I got some Lisk, but I've got enough of it, and I started buying it at $2. So for me to stock in more now just leaves me exposed. So yeah, I've got plenty of it. I bought it $2. I traded out some even, but you know, for me, I've got plenty of it that if it moons, I'm just going to go, yes, you beauty. CP Cheat says I have a cringy name. Don't mind me. And BB Junkie 1023 says, I think I can give you a run for the money on your name. Rachel. Yeah, Rachel just said, so tired of the emotional swings. Well, that's if you get involved in the emotion yourself, it can be tight. Like it will be very, very draining. So the best idea is not like just go for a surf. That's what I do when my market goes down, unless I've got BTC and I've got to look at the best opportunities. I've got some extra capital to spend. I'll go for a surf. I've said before, like once when the big dip came down to 80 billion back in the day, I stocked up big time. Like I went boom, boom, boom into Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything I could. And then I left and I went and watched my niece play tennis. And I went surfing and I had a great day. And by the time I came back, I'd made good money because it started to pick up, and within a week I'd made really good money from that decision. So I think, you know, staying out of the emotional side of things, trusting your research, everything's dumping, right? And you're going, oh no, what's happening? I've said this many times before, when it's an entire market correction led by BTC gaining dominance or scares out of China or Jamie Dimon running his mouth, you need to hold firm. That's my personal opinion. So for me, I would not be selling Bitcoin at a loss right now. As a matter of fact, I'd be selling it at substantial gains. So for me to sell that into altcoins that have undervalued, in my opinion, at the moment, I think it's a smart move, regardless of whether Bitcoin runs to 10 grand, because Bitcoin to 10 grand from here is another, let's call it 30, let's call it 40%, right? I think honestly, some of these coins are well under 40% undervalued, including PIVX. So for me, I work at PIVX. Why wouldn't I see this opportunity to accumulate more PIVX at $2.60 when I know where we're going? We're not. Yeah, we're not. $4 is not our all-time high. I can just I can't see that being our all-time high. So if we got back to there from today, I'm making 50% on PIVX or something like that. So it's outrunning BTC until BTC surpasses 10 grand. So for me, yeah, I just do the maths. All-time highs, where have the all-time highs been? Is it a good project? Is there anything that's changed? And then it's simple mathematical equations. 50%, 60%, that's better than I can expect on Bitcoin in the next two months, to be honest. But I can realistically expect that in the altcoin market if all goes well and the money does flow back through the alts. So for me, it's a smart decision to position myself early. Sorry to blab on. Eddie just asked, how many of you are using your BTG to buy BTC when it hits your wallet? I think a lot of people are planning on that, man. All right, I'm getting back down to the main chat. Beautiful. 21 Million Club got in at $20 at ICO level for Lisk and has made $2,000. I love that sort of stuff, man. That's awesome. I don't know if you've seen what Icon's doing, but I've only got 1 Ether in it. And guys in our group have 30 Ether in it. Matter of fact, our group all up has about 40K invested into our investment crew has 40K invested into Icon, which is currently looking at doing 10x. So shit, we're going to make $500,000 within a couple of months of opening up an investment crew. So not bad. All right, 45. Look at PIVX from the chart, zoomed out, 45 degrees up. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to take a long-term view on coins, right? Guys, you know, I started getting into PIVX in May. I started working for PIVX in August. August, September? I don't know, but when I started working for PIVX, which was not that long ago, it was $1.80. Still doubled since then. Well, not anymore, but still up 50% since then. I'll take that every few months, even if I have to ride some massive parabolic growths and dips along the way. If we're 50% higher again in a few months and 50% higher again in a few months, you know where that leads. Exponential growth, compound, people. 6860 for Bitcoin on Bittrex right now. So yeah, it's really interesting. TNC said, and welcome, bro. Good to see you. Oh, that's Gaming Devices CC. I haven't seen you before. Oh, sorry, Gaming Devils CC. Good to see you, man. Welcome. TNC said, all my alts are bleeding. TA only getting me so far. Yeah, bro, that's why I don't spend a whole lot of time with TA. It's good. It's important to know how to get good buy points and obviously when to sell when you're hitting strong repeated points of resistance. So it is really important to be able to do some technical analysis. But man, when you're talking about new technology hitting the masses, the rates of adoption exceed the growth patterns that any trading lessons could have possibly ever taught you. We are taught to sell into this sort of growth. That's anyone who's had any experience trading fiats, commodities, anything like that, you sell into this sort of growth. And it's so hard to, because it's just such an emotion-driven market that it goes far higher, and the swings low as well on the altcoin side are far further than you ever predict. About 3 weeks ago, I said, guys, when you're setting your buy orders, always set them lower than what you think, because the swings in this market are just massive. So set them really, really low, and even lower than you think. That's the best way to do it. And then if you pick it up, you're stoked. You go, wow, I didn't expect to get it that cheap. Bob Jack, the PIVX wallet is working in Bittrex, dude. Let me just double check that there's no amendment to make to that. I'll check my Bittrex account right now. But no, man, the PIVX wallet is up and running, guys. We've zero coin protocols implemented. Goodness gracious, the odds are still bleeding. Hey, one that's taking a real hit is Vertcoin. That's why my account took a bit of a run down, because I did have a substantial holding in Vertcoin. 35% down against BTC, but that BTC price is running to 6.9 now, just hitting new highs all the time, which quite often does happen. It's amazing how often that we do check off milestones on this show. It's incredible. I've only been reporting in the space since May. No, reporting since June, really, but I've invested in it since May. It's crazy. Crypto Chronicus just made an interesting point. PIVX market cap is shrinking, but it's climbing the top market cap list. Yeah, man, the altcoins are bleeding. So there's usually a shuffle up when this happens. And I've said before that the shit coins will get shaken out and no one wants to buy them back again. PIVX, there's people lining up waiting to buy them. You go, I can announce this because it's not insider trading or anything like that. Wilkie, being Wilkie, goes over to the Slack group at PIVX, decides that he's going to ask a few questions about PIVX, So he gets over there and in true Wilkie style, he's like, WTF is going on with the price? The wallet's fixed, blah, 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 blah. It starts carrying on and one of the guys says, it's all good, Wilkie, it's BTC's gone such a run up that it's broken down a lot of the buy walls, and there's a lot of shuffling up and just explaining it. And Wilkie just goes, laugh out loud. Nah, it's all good. I was just checking nothing was up before I'm about to stack in at these bargain prices. and the guys on the PIVX Slack group go, oh, this is not financial advice. And I'm just like, let Wilkie do what Wilkie's going to do. the guy's about to make a fortune on bloody Icon. So he can afford to dump as much as he wants into PIVX. So go ahead and do that, Wilkie. Go and get a couple of masternodes or something. GDAX about to pop 7K. Wow. Technic 111. Haven't seen you before. Lots of newbies in today. Welcome, guys. Hey, I'll tell you what I might do. I might put the Discord link up, because we do have an investment crew. We're not a pump and dump crew. We all make different decisions on which coins we're going to invest on. All we do is we share our research. We collaborate to make it less work for each individual. So we all make our own choices. We sort of put our plug behind a coin or whatever. So yeah, I'll just chuck our Discord link in there. Give me a second, because for those of you who haven't seen me before, I'm a computer idiot. So that's one of the things you have to deal with when you're listening to me report on the crypto economy. So let me just get into Discord here and see if I can actually coordinate this. So there we go. I think it's working. Yes, it is. Crypto Wave Investment Crew. Invite people. Okay, cool. So let's put this in the chat here. Command V. Anyone who wants to join is welcome. Open discussion. Hey guys, one thing I wanted to ask. There is actually a vote going on Binance at the moment. What I will do is I'll pop up a link now for my oh, I don't know if I'll do that now. Yeah. Oh no, I can't be bothered. Oh, I probably can on this channel. Yeah, so I'll chuck up a link in the thing for Binance as well. And if you guys use that link, I'll get commissioned. So at least I'm being honest with you. Go ahead and use it. It doesn't cost you anything to use it. And there's actually a community vote going on over there at the moment to add coins to the exchange. And PIVX is in second place behind Vertcoin. I know there's going to be a lot of Vertcoin lovers here because I like both coins. So I'm going to have people here going, no, Vertcoin. But guys, I would really, really appreciate PIVX being added to another exchange, obviously. So love to see us. It's a pity we couldn't coordinate with Vertcoin and do one of us 1 month and one the next month. I don't know why we didn't do that. But anyway, point is that any help getting us over the line on that community vote and getting us added to the Binance exchange would be very helpful. Now, I don't believe anyone from Vertcoin has released a Binance wrap, and MC Fish did. So I think that puts me in front. Come on, PIVX. That's got to be worth 200 votes, Binance crew. How about the devs at Binance vote for PIVX? Getting a bit cheeky now. What I will do is I'll just put that Binance link over in the discussion, guys. Give me 2 seconds. And for those of you interested in supporting Agent Smith, he also has a Binance referral link, but he's most likely going to take that money, invest it into so yes. Agent Smith, the butt of all my jokes. Don't worry about it. He gets his own back on me. Has a good laugh at my expense plenty of times. What am I doing? I'm trying to find my live stream so that I can put this in on this computer. That's the thing. I have to actually coordinate 2 computers just to drop this in. It's not that bad. Take me too long to load up Binance on the second computer. So yeah, if anyone's got any, what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip down. I know we'll miss some chat, but I am sorry about that. Oh, Rachel's just said, I love PIVX and Vertcoin as well. Torn. Torn for the vote. Yeah, I can understand that. Is there anything I can do to swing it towards PIVX? Let me know. Oh, I don't even know. I can't even put in my own link, I don't think. It sort of crossed it out. That's interesting. Edit and try again. All right, I'll put a... Have we got 102 members on our Discord group here? Well, you know what we should do? Or just anyone who's got that link, all you do is you take the backslash out of it because I put a backslash in it so it would let me post in my own messages. But that's my Binance thing. If you do register on that, I get a commission. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not good for me. It certainly is. But yeah, if you can jump over and help us out with that PIVX vote, anyone who's capable of that, anyone who's holding Binance coins already and wants to help out PIVX, that would be greatly appreciated. SP's asked, I am going to skip down to the live chat after this, so we'll start it again. I'm just back at the old stuff. I think hold for the fork. What do you say, Fish? Man, I think that's the smartest move if you can move back into the altcoin market quickly. Having said that, I really think that if you look at Bitcoin Gold, right, the information I've just had dropped that Bitcoin Gold's being valued at $1,100, that puts the Bitcoin Gold, sorry, B2X, I beg your pardon. That puts B2X valuation, essentially that $1,100, if you like, is being factored in to the Bitcoin price right now. That's how markets work. If that's the price that people are factoring in, that $1,100 is being factored into the Bitcoin price right now. Whereas a lot of these altcoins have just gotten too cheap. So for me, I don't care if it keeps going down. I just think I'd rather take it now because to me this is bargain shopping for some of these coins. So that's my personal opinion, Mike. Everyone's got a different say on that, man. Just catching up. Chappie's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Peter Tenaglia, sorry. Ether getting destroyed, is it? Let me have a look. Everything's going wild at the moment. the whole market's having a big shuffle up with people deciding what to do. I can understand jumping in with more Bitcoin and FOMOing. What I can't understand doing is trading out of your altcoins while they're this low. 281. Well, we know it hits those 281 marks. We do know that. I'd be very surprised to see it drop lower than that. Matter of fact, I'm tempted just to quickly do a quick buy on my phone because I have some extra money to put in at the moment. So, yeah, Crypto Chronicles is steady staking PIVX right now. It's working. I'm getting back down to live chat. Okay, live chat. Oh, Pete just goes, your hotel looks like a lot. Your hotel room looks a lot like your house. Mate, I stuffed up. I gambled. It was big swells. I thought they would run the men's first at the WQS event, and they're running the women's because they moved the event venue and to a place that catches less swell, and they're putting the women out instead. So, yeah, EOS has done really well, 40% up in the middle of over this. There's not many that have been resistant. If I go for the change in the last 24 hours, EOS is actually the top, followed by Rise. Hey, Rise has done well. I got some of that. Cool. Rise is up. Goodness gracious me. Rise is up to 38 cents. That's gone quite big. Oh, Vitalik mentioned EOS on Twitter, did he? Damn it. I follow. See, the thing is, I follow Vitalik on Twitter, but I don't know how to use Twitter. Hey, Julius. How are you? OMG. Yeah, I saw it's been taken a hiding. I already got some at like 6. I got some at 7 flat, 750, and then I got it at like 680. So I don't know, man. I might just write it out. I don't know about stocking more into that. These, yeah. See, it's interesting. People, SP said they should stop all these forks, totally disrupting the market. But then there's another opinion coming in from Gaming Devils that says these forks are what have been making BTC hit all-time highs. So, you know, that BTC would, you know, if it does dip, people are more than likely going to look into altcoins as well. So I think it's, you know, as I said, publicity, any publicity is good publicity. So, you know, I don't really like the forks, but it's not been a bad thing for people invested. Let's face facts. Yeah, it is a shame. Oh, you're already on to what we talked about this morning, Pete. You're a legend, man. Thank you. You don't, man, I know you're busy, so I don't expect you to go. TNC said no more forking forks. Yeah, man, I feel a bit the same. I'd like to see some stability in the market. Viacoin, storage, Rise, they've all had good. I've got some storage as well. I picked that up ages ago on a tip. Just a small amount. It's never one of my big holds when I'm just like, can't be bothered doing the research and I'm just getting a solid tip off a person I really trust. But yeah, the altcoin market's taking a battering. Just looking, there's not a lot around that's really done exceptionally well. There's a few, but a lot's taken a hit. Liskit 448, it's fairly resistant, I guess, considering. We're going to say Binance Coin's not done too bad. It's still at $1.23. Maybe that's because everyone's buying it up to vote for PIVX. All right, let's have a look at the chat. News on forks have been making people hold into BTC, increasing BTC dominance. I actually think that a BTC correction might finally happen after the fork. I agree. As I said, you've already factored in $1,100 for B2X. If that's true, you can take $1,100 off the Bitcoin price of Bitcoin. That's how it works, guys. I'm not trying to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt so I can buy more Bitcoin cheaper. Do I look like Jamie Dimon or Diamond? Jamie Wanker? No. Yeah, Crypto Chronicles said, just imagine people said that $1,000 on BTC was a risky investment. It was too late to get in. Mate, if you do the maths on it, it can potentially go to 100. Like I've got a formula showing it going to well over $100,000. So it can do, I think the price is $400,000 based on Bitcoin holding the same purchasing power as the US dollar in the crypto economy. So 22% of BTC dominance and 10% of overall world economies flowing into crypto, which would mean that BTC at that point would be valued at $400,000 per coin. So there you go. if you can believe that Bitcoin dominance will hold 22% of the market, and you can believe that Bitcoin will one day, 10% of the world's wealth will one day go into crypto, then you can believe that Bitcoin will be worth $400,000. And if you believe that's what are we at? $7,000 cheap. So, yeah, Mike said forks are making it hard to trade the alts. I agree. It has been very difficult. When they pump though, I got sell orders set all over the place. So I'm going to clean up on BTC. Like, I'll collect a lot of BTC back when that happens. News of the fork have been making people hold into oh, sorry, that was on a reread. Okay, I'm going back down to live. I keep stuffing up and getting behind. GRS has been getting a run up. GRS, yeah, Grossel coin. I saw that. It was very resilient. Apparently, like another fork of I think it was a fork of Vertcoin, wasn't it? I think it was. I haven't looked much into it. Yeah, Crypto Chronicles said the money out there is trillions. Yeah, that's how we measure global economies, man, in the trillions. So, yeah, this is still scratching the surface for mine. Pete said he's managed no trades since before the gold fork. Yeah, it's really hard to trade at the moment, man. That wouldn't surprise me at all, Mike T. Mike T said, I heard a rumor that Bitcoin Cash people are purposely pumping BCC right now to try and create even more confusion with the B2X fork. Mike T said he hadn't traded either. BB Junkie, just to put things into perspective, if Ether had value against BTC when it was at all-time highs, it would now be worth over $1,000. Yes. Is it taking a hit down to 280? Let's talk about forks for a second, shall we? Forks are supposed to be positive for, forks can be potentially positive for a coin, like the Ethereum Metropolis fork, increasing scalability, increasing security, moving towards proof of stake. Good. And the price goes like this. We've got potential B2X attacks if there's no replay protection. We've got BTG just coming in. At least they're doing something different. They're doing GPU mining, but you can do GPU mining on other coins. So what need was there for them to come into the market in the first place? And for some reason, everyone talks about the ICOs, right? Everyone talks about the ICOs raising ridiculous amount of money. What you're talking about is untested networks and untested coins forking off of Bitcoin, raising billions of dollars. Billions. That to me is silly. Way crazier than ICOs raising hundreds of millions. And especially when it's just like literally a Bitcoin ripoff with a scaling solution that most people believe won't work, with increasing to 2 megabit block sizes. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Crypto Chronicles says the fact that Ether is around 300 through everything says a lot. I think it's good buying at 280. I've said that before. You could have bought it at 280 and traded it out at close to 330. Last time I said that, it went to 328 on the run up. So rinse and repeat, guys. 280 is good buying, even if it goes down to 250 from here. I really think that 280's. I'm not a financial advisor, so please make your own decisions. But 280 is good buying on Ether long term. Set out last forks. I wanted to max your BTG. I understand that. Yeah, Aziz just confirmed that Grossel coin is a fork of or a copy of BTC with a few tweaks. Mike T for Julius up to 2x. After the 2x platform, I plan on going heavy. See, Mike plans on going heavy into alts after the 2x fork. I wouldn't be surprised if half the market's planning on doing the same thing. Crypto Chronicus says, where is my Regal and Cobbin Hood? I heard something about Regal, man. Sorry about that. I heard they locked up the network and you couldn't get your coins. That sucks. Some BCH miners are threatening some really dodgy stuff coming up to the fork. Anyone see the open letter on GitHub JitDub. We'll post the link in Discord. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, post it up in Discord. That'd be good. If I was to buy anything, it'd be Ethereum done after that. And PIVX, I think Crypto Chronicles meant he just left that out accidentally. Veloz, you just started. I just started and all of them are dropping. Man, I have had people who have been in that position before. My best advice that I give anyone who watches this channel is never sell at a loss. That's the best way to lose money, man. So if you've bought too high, you need to hodl. That's the best way to get into a winning position. If you look at any altcoin or any coin in the market from 6 months ago, 12 months ago, most of them, the good coins at least, will have made significant gains. So you've got to take a long-term point of view when you've hit off to a losing start. I also always recommend that you stagger your buy-ins. So you're buying in here, here, and here, and a real jackpot. Like I'll have 4 buy-ins set quite often. On this run, all of them hit. So I really didn't see it going that low. But Crypto Chronicles bought PIVX today. Oh, that's right. We were talking about that over at Discord. Yeah, if you don't sell, you aren't at a loss. How many PIVX, like let's take PIVX for example. You bought PIVX at $4 and you bought 100 PIVX. How many PIVX did you buy? 100. How many do you own now? 100. So what have you lost? Nothing. If you sell, then yes, you have lost US dollar value. So that's, to me, I just don't sell unless I'm at I did it with District 0x, guys. I bought it at 10 cents. And I am riding the crap out of that thing all the way down. I did it with a couple other coins that I've gone down on. And I will hold them and I will make money on them. I think I've invested in good projects. No, otherwise, why did I spend hours doing all that research? That's my personal opinion anyway. Malo, haven't seen you for a while, man. What's happening? Hey, people watching now. Crypto Chronicles. I knew you had a bit of PIVX, man. It was a good investment. I really think that's a clever buy, Crypto Chronicles. So, we know what price you've got of that, man. And I think in 6 to 12 months we'll be saying, hey, how was that when we got that day when, just before, remember that Halloween, just before the B2X forks and Bitcoin had a huge run up and the altcoin market bled and we just jammed into PIVX that morning. I did as well, man. I jammed into it. I got quite a bit this morning, especially for me. I really, really hit it quite hard. Rach just said, I sold at a loss the first time I was trading, but made it up. I did have some panic selling. Oh, panic selling and FOMO. When you first get in, it's almost like everyone tells you got to buy low and sell high. But when you first get into the market, what are you doing? You're looking at the things that have taken 30% gains in 24 hours and going, I've got to get on that before it becomes the next Bitcoin. So yeah, buy low, sell high. That's the game we play. Veloz, it's a good idea to buy Bitcoin now. It looks like 6.9. Is it a good idea, or is it going to crash? Is what Veloz is saying. Man, it's very. I don't have a crystal ball, right? For me, Veloz, if I was going to take profit in Bitcoin at the moment, I would do it by buying cheap altcoins. I wouldn't necessarily take the money straight out of the crypto economy altogether. So for me, I think buying more now is not something I'd be interested in because of the massive run-up. I don't like to buy into parabolic growth. And that's close enough to parabolic growth over the last little bit on that. So I'm just going to do an update now and see where we're sitting. But yeah, Bitcoin 6858, according to CoinMarketCap. Man, that's a big run-up. I just... 55 to 6,800 from the last dip. That's impressive gains for people who bought on that last dip. I think they're going to be tempted to take profit. As you have a look at some of these altcoins, let me tell you, Litecoin, $51. It's not going to stay there. That's again my opinion, but $51 is so cheap. I know that will, with as much certainty as you can have in the crypto economy, I know that will go to $60 one day. So I know I can make roughly 18% on that if I buy today. Do I know Bitcoin will definitely go to 8,500 one day or above? No, I don't, because it's never been that high before. And when it gets that high, where does it hit resistance? I don't know, because it's never been that high before. So for me, like, I've had such a good run up on this Bitcoin. Why not spend some of it now on these cheap altcoins? And who gives a shit about B2X? That's my personal opinion. Crypto Chronica said BTC is almost any time a good buy, but if you want exponential, you'd be smart to get alts right now and then buy the BTC after the fork when it drops. That's what my play is, bro. Do it. I position myself early and wait. And if I'm wrong by a little bit, I don't care, because 9 times out of 10, I'm right eventually. And if you hold long enough, you are right eventually. Will Bitcoin go up or down from here? That's the question I'm going to pose to you right now. And the answer is yes. It will likely both go up and down from here. So hold until you're right. And that's the same with any altcoin, especially if you've done your research and you've got into good long-term projects. Will it go up or down from here? Yes. Over what period of time are we looking? That's the question. So always look, or whenever you invest, don't look to make 30% overnight. Look long-term and think that the money's gone. And if it's one day makes a lot of money, it's a bonus in your life. If you do that, you avoid emotions in investing. You avoid panic selling and you avoid FOMO. Well, you can still FOMO a little bit, but you certainly avoid panic selling. And that panic selling is the worst. I'd rather see people FOMOing than panic selling for sure. Going, oh shit, no, I couldn't really afford to have this money. Well, you made the wrong strategy from the start. If it was money you couldn't afford to lose, you shouldn't have had it in there. Simple as that. Average Joe's in the chat. OMG, great buy. Under 6? Are you serious? I hit it at 680, man. See, that's the thing, though. I'll ask Average Joe, do you reckon at 680 I got a good buy long term? I'm going to say I did. It's been over $10. But shivers, man. If it's dropped below 6, I think that's one I might have to buy a little bit more, because I only just started buying it, so I don't hold a whole lot. See, I've got 4 OMG coins. That's what I've bought. I bought it 680. I bought it $7.10 or $7.13 and $7.50. And I can't remember the fourth one. My point is, now I could literally go, okay, now I'm going to dump in 5 OMG. And it's not a huge amount of money, but it takes my average buy point for OMG down a significant amount, because I didn't stack in everything the first day I wanted it. Because will OMG go back, up or down from the day I first really decided I wanted it? The answer is yes. So I bought some now and I'll buy some later when it dips. That's what I like to do. Yeah, exactly, Julius. Julius agreed with me. Metal Man, that was another one I saw take a huge hit. Like, I'm looking at the reds to see what's taking the biggest red. And if I know it's a good project, I want to get in today, because it just seems too much of a bloodbath. This can't continue. People will wake up, surely. See, Mike T's saying, why buy it at 6 when you can probably wait and get it at 4 or 5? He reckons that we will see retracements on Bitcoin after the fork. That's so cool, BB Junkie. Thanks for that, man. BB Junkie just downloaded the 10X app. I'm in the UK. Seems they are soon offering a virtual card for $1.50 for use with iOS and Android. That's so cool. Can't wait. Ethercept said, yes, Fish, going to have to mod me, or my bird brain brilliance will get lost with amongst all the little fishes, or I'll just have to get my PIVX shirt out. Link, I don't mind TNC. I haven't actually invested in any yet, man, but I did like the chatter around it. I think it's the white paper was super intense, man. It took me 2.5 hours to go through, but it seems like a good value proposition, and there's a lot of talk behind it, so that's always a good indication when you get a strong support behind a coin. My computer's frozen. Thank you very much, computer. Goodness gracious, I love computers. They're the bane of my existence. It's funny that I work for a crypto thing and I hate computers. Ethercept says PIVX equals $10 in late February or early March. I hope so, Ethercept, because we will be having a PIVX party if that happens. Average Joe reckons I should double down under 6 on my OMG. I think so as well, man. It's like I said, I had 4 of them. I only just started buying. I did the same thing with Dubai Coin, guys, because I had to read up on it. Just a quick one. And it's not a huge team or anything, but if they're able to achieve, and essentially I didn't actually read it as an exchange as what a GB Capital had mainly said its main value proposition was. To me, no, it's potentially the first coin going to be a DApp coin for in Arabic. That's cool. That's really cool. Arabic's spoken fairly widely. So if developers can develop in Arabic, that's awesome. So I jumped in and bought a few coins of that. But like, again, only $50 worth, man. I'm only just starting my Dubai coin investment. I did it after the show yesterday. Like I said, I would have got it at about $10.48. So if you don't mind, I would like to have a quick check where that's sitting. If my friggin' computer, can you punch computers? I hate them. All right, I'll try it on this one. Give me a second. Dubai coin. Let's have a look. I knew it had a good run up last time, but with the rest of the altcoin market bleeding, I wouldn't be surprised if it had done the same. Yeah, it's down a bit. It hit over $12, but I got it at 10.40 yesterday, and it's at 11.40. So one of the few gainers, actually, 5.51%. Yeah, it's $50 gamble for me. I thought it was a pretty good looking project, considering, it's early days for sure. But Neo was early days once upon a time as well, not that long ago. So yeah, I got into Dubai coin. I bought like 5 or 6 coins. Did the same with OMG. I'm thinking about doubling down on OMG today. It's not a bad call, I reckon. Long term. Metal was another one that was mentioned that I also was starting to have a look at and saw as pretty good value. Ripple, why is it wading through knowing full well cryptonauts hate banksters? Man, I think Ripple at least provides the bankers with the challenge. Like, you've got an option now to provide the service cheaper. Are you really going to keep charging your customers that much? So at least I can say that much. Mike said I FOMO'd OMG at $8 when I first joined crypto. Luckily, I sold it at 11.12 before it nosedived. Yeah, man, like, that's the thing. I didn't know the exact highs, but I knew it was above 10. And I think long term, you're gonna see those highs again. I don't know if you still agree with me, Mike T, but yeah, I think it's good value, man. Chappie. Yeah, Chappie got a few OMG at $1. Nice, man. Sick. And still haven't sold it because he only got a small amount. I'm the same with Vertcoin and Lisk, I think I got like 120 Vertcoin originally, and I've actually only got 50 left because that kind of a run up tends to hit a lot of my sell orders, right? But I can't lose on it. It's essentially free money to me, whatever Vertcoin does now, and I did the same thing with Lisk. So yeah, haven't sold it. You probably don't need to. It's never going to go back below $1, right? Well, please make your own decisions, but I don't think it's going to go back below $1. Yeah, I saw ARC, man. I got some more of that. There's heaps of good buying out there. BAT's another one you like. I haven't really looked too much into BAT because I was onto ADEX. But everything's taken a hit. Guys, if you've done your research on an altcoin and you like it, I don't think it's a terrible idea to have a look at the altcoin market before the fork. Do you really want B2X? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. What if you don't even know what B2X does and why you're after it, why you're holding Bitcoin for it? If you're holding Bitcoin because that's in your long-term bag, fine. And that is part of mine. I've got Bitcoin that I will not spend no matter what happens because I hold Bitcoin in my long-term bag. But a lot of my Bitcoin is for trading, and I've still got a bit left for trading. So, the more this discussion goes, the more I'm looking at spending on the altcoin market today. That's being honest with you. Yeah, I remember Jace. Jace just said we were talking about virtual cards at a meetup. Yeah, it's cool, man. See, I reckon 10x is just stupidly cheap at the moment. That's one. Like, it's been above $4, right? It's been above $4 in history, and I don't think it's hit all-time highs because they'll have 1 million users on the bloody platform by the end of 2018. So yeah, unless they did a dodgy with their token, which I honestly believe would only be. I think it can only be rumors because I think that Julian has made himself very, very public, and so is the other founder, and so is a lot of the team. And unless they want to be lynch mobbed, I don't think they're going to bloody piss off the token holders by pulling out any value from the token. So I think that's probably rumors and scare tactics. I can't confirm that, man, but I just think it's really good buying at the moment. Like, you should 2x on that. You really should. DBIX and Arabian Chain. Yeah, Arabian Chain's the website for anyone interested in DBIX. You just go through, if you want to find the website, just go to CoinMarketCap and there's a link to the website. And I would show you that right now if my computer wasn't frozen. So yeah, just have a look at the website. It's Arabian Chain. Sounds a lot like capabilities in Byteball, GByte. Thank you, Milo. Good comment, man. EOS 2X. Oh, shivers. Nah. I'm back down to the live chat. Sorry, guys. Ethercept said love Piv Expo. Milo says 10x pay MC is 100. Market cap is 150 million. The tech ecosystem is worth more than 150 million, in my opinion. Thanks, Milo. I agree, man. Have a look at. I don't know a whole lot about the tech and the tech ecosystem at valuing that specifically. But what I do know a little bit about is valuing man hours, and I know as their employee base grows, how can the company becoming worth less? Doesn't make sense to me. When things don't make sense, when it's purely emotional driven. Shit, I've got to dump. I said this. I said that people will go, oh, I've got to dump every altcoin I got because Bitcoin will never come back again. And they're going to continue to say that. So while people are doing that, while people are greedy with Bitcoin, that's when I'm fearful. And when people are fearful with altcoins, that's when I'm greedy. And I'm being super greedy with some of these altcoins at the moment. PIVX, 10x, ARK, so many of them have gotten way too cheap, guys. Omasco, I'm pretty bullish on long term. I've only just started accumulating that myself. JHOSP and 10x, just to reconfirm, as I received about 200 private messages overnight, we at 10x will have rewards. And sorry, that's a really important one, and thank you for bringing that quote in. Let me get back to that. Sorry, guys. Really important quote from Mike. This is actually a quote at 10x. Quote, just to reconfirm, as I received about 200 private messages overnight, we at 10x will have rewards and we will be 100% compliant. Just because other companies aren't doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything for 10x. There's two-part message because Mike, it was a bigger message. Thanks, Mike. Man, that's awesome. See? To me, go out and bargain hunt. 10x is too cheap. I keep going back to move that one. Hang on, let me check price for you. Search currencies. I might as well just shut that computer down since it's decided to freeze. 10x is at bargain, no doubt, because nothing recovers that. $1.50, guys. All right, record this day and date. 2nd of November 2017. 10x is at $1.50. All right, I'll go and get some more. I think I probably have actually with buy orders. Yeah, so cool combo. Chappie wants some dollary dues. So good, man. I don't know whether it was you who told me that was the first person who told me about that, but I cracked up when I heard that one. Oh, Vertcoin's coming back? I don't know, Rach. It's hard to tell. Like, I can't do it. I can't look at my charts, so I can't tell. I'll have to shut down my computer first. I love that, Jace. Jace has just gone, ICX is cheap at $1.10. Hurry up and buy it before it hits $3. Hashtag not shilling. Jace, I'm not going to disclose it publicly, but I know how much Ether you have in that. No wonder you want it to go to $3, bro. Look, I said it yesterday. I think I said it to you. I don't think $3 is out of the question. That's probably where I'm looking at taking my first sell on Icon for about 5% of what I actually invested. No comment, says Jace. Exactly, bro. No, don't worry, man. I won't tell the ATO how much you invested. Jace, oh yeah. No, then when they come in, yeah, he put $30 into that. So yeah, he put $30 into Icon. We all did. Everyone in our group only put $30 in. BTC is back under 6,700. Guess it's not quite ready for 7K yet, says Mike T. Yeah, man, you get that sort of a run up. You're just not you're gonna get people taking profit. Simple as that. I took profit in way of getting into altcoins too cheap. That's the way I took profit. You could also take profit by withdrawing from the market, but why? When there's great opportunities to just sit on it for a month and make a great bunch of money. Because I honestly believe that the altcoin market will pump very, very heavily with a new wave of money coming in. And, you know, everyone else taking the same journey that the rest of us that are sitting here now having this conversation have taken. So they get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, they hear about the, you know, for me, it was Bitcoin and Bitcoin first. That was it. I heard about that. Yeah, BTC 7-day growth is 17%, said Milo. So you might get that over 2 years with or a year and a half with a high risk investor in the real world. You might get it over 4 or 5 years with the banks, or 3 years if you compound, I guess. Yeah, it's insane. 17% a week's ridiculous. Anyone who's expecting to make these 20, 30% figures overnight, it's not real world, guys. It's not good. Get rich quick. There are no easy answers, right? It's no get rich quick schemes don't work. They're not sustainable. So yeah, look for something sustainable, which means you're looking to invest as a savings account. And if the crypto economy flourishes, your savings account will become worth more because of it. What did Milo say? Oh yeah, no, everyone was just saying that's crazy about that 7%. Yeah, it is. My computer's loaded back up and it's showed me that it's time for me to check out. Hey, I just wanted to say a really good luck to Tania O'Meara, who is surfing in the World Surfing League WQS series in Port Stephens today. She'll be up in about an hour or so. Guys, I'll pop the link up for that over in our Discord group. Unfortunately, again, I don't know why they're not webcasting, but I'm going to watch the scores drop because she's an impressive young surfer. She's just cracked just outside the top 100. A good result now in this event will put her into the top 100 in the world. And, you know, it's really cool. You know, that third at the WQS last week was her first major result. Like really, that's her biggest result in her career this far. So looking forward to her backing up in Newcastle at Port Stephens there. And I hope a few of you will get on and cheer her on in spirit. Ethercept, 26 live fish. You have a whole school of fishies now. A whole school of fishies. Yeah, man, maybe. Yeah, thanks, Rach. You have a great day as well. Yeah, guys, I'm going to check out, again, Tania O'Meara. I'm really, really sorry I didn't make it down last night. I could have sworn they would put the men's on first. It's 6 to 8 foot. Good luck out there. I know you train hard, so I know the big surf's going to suit you. I know you're not going to hear or see any of this, but I'm there with you in spirit. And when you make it through your round, I'm going to be straight in my car driving down to Newcastle to cheer you on for the rest of the event. So thanks. Oh, yeah, smash the like button, says Jason Milo. Thanks, guys. And subscribe and notify and all that sort of stuff. Guys, I'm going to check out. Join in every day. We do this at 11 a.m., same time every day, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Join in for another crypto conversation in the future. Take care, guys. Peace out. See ya. Oh, hang on. Google Hangouts. You guys just must sit there cracking up when I do this. Google Hangouts. All right, there it is. Yep, I'm out. See ya.